how are you doing everyone? Welcome to another Forza Horizon video. Today we're looking at two British cars. It's the summer season. There's been a new update, Series 6 I believe the name. And that means there are new things to unlock, including the Lotus 211. But I'm still trying to work on getting that car. So I'm going to give you a couple of tunes, one for the TVR Tuscan S and one for the TVR Griffith. So the TVR Griffith is special because this is one of the last two car pass cars. So after this, yeah, anyway, make of that what you will. But what I will say is that the Griffith is really quite good. Now if you want to get the Tuscan S, what you have to do is complete a seasonal championship. It's 3 street races, same as usual, 20 points for a win. Win all 3 times, you get 60 points, job done. I used the Alfa Romeo Giulia Quadrifoglio and I didn't even bother tuning it because you only need to beat expert driver Tyres. They're not especially difficult. It does feel like you're not going to gain at the first half of these street races. The first one's the easiest, the other two take a little bit more effort. But ultimately, just drive clean, good line, learn the circuits. The one with the really tight corners, I believe that's the second race, is probably the most difficult, but don't think you guys should have too much trouble, and if you do, then I would just lightweight the car, adjust the gearing, or download a tune, and you should have much better luck. Now the Tuscan S has 4 engine choices. You have your stock, and then you have your V10, you have a 6.2 litre V8, and a 7.2 litre V8 as well. I did 10 laps of Holyrood Park circuit with all the engines, and I found the best was the V10. I found the V10 is also the best for the Griffith. So ultimately, if you just want to max upgrade that, accept the engine option that adds weight, then you end up with a pretty rapid car, and it did achieve the fastest lap, although the difference was around a second for the Tuscan S and a little more for the Griffith. Although, spoiler alert, the Griffith is considerably faster. You can actually get it to X class, where you can only max the Tuscan S at S2. However, as you'll see later with my not particularly brilliant Goliath lap in the Griffith, it's a low tier X class. I think this car is pretty damn fast. You probably have more luck getting this at S2 and doing those kind of races. It's not going to get anywhere near the top tier X class cars at Goliath, and in fact it was around 6 or 7 seconds off the Mosler MT900S. However, it is a cool car. It's a rebirth of a much loved British brand. People love TVR. It's called TVR because the owner who started it originally was called Trevor. So rather humble reasonings for the name, but obviously they created some absolutely bonkers machinery over the years. The Sagaris, the Speed 12, the 350C, and they all look absolutely mad. In fact, it's quite common for TVR to have what looks like bullet holes. You don't see that too often on cars. The latest version has been designed with the help of Gordon Murray, so it should be rather amazing in real life. But in the game, it's good fun, and it looks very cool. It handles nicely, it's fairly predictable, and it actually has 2.3 lateral Gs of cornering, so that is really quite high. It's sort of around the McLaren 720S pre-order. However, getting it to utilize that much has proven a little difficult. I still think I need a little bit more time tuning it to get its maximum potential, but it did pretty damn well with a sub 1 minute Holyrood Park circuit lap, around 58, 59 I think. That's pretty decent without too much effort. So it's worth having it if you can. Obviously if you've got the car pass, you really only need to download it and away you go. Now for the Tuscan S, I will show you the tune I have used on screen, and I will show you the fastest lap from all 3 engines, so you can get a feel for how they handle. You can actually make this car sub 1 ton, which is quite impressive. You do take a bit of a hit on the horsepower. I think it's around 947, but the car does feel more lively, and actually it's only a little bit slower than the more understeer prone V10, but you can pretty much tune out understeer and have quite a tail happy fun car. As per usual, if you want to input the tunes yourself, you can. All you have to do is just watch the video and manually input them, or you can follow my gamer tag, the Griffy, with a 1 instead of an I, and you will be able to find them They're usually ATCC and then whatever engine choice, and whether it's rear-wheel drive or all-wheel drive. Sadly with this game, rear-wheel drive just never really seems to cut it. It might be more fun, might be better for drifting, but in terms of being consistent and how quickly you accelerate away, it's just much better. It's annoying really. It'd be nice if there was more variety in this game in terms of tuning, but ultimately all-wheel drive usually wins. As boring as that is, I have made the car effective and it makes it the easiest to drive. That's not to say it's easy, but certainly a lot easier than when you have all power going to the rear wheels. Anyway guys, I'm going to leave you with the lap of Goliath, which has been lightly edited just to give you a sort of vibe what the car is like. Basically, let me know what you think of the tunes for the Tuscan S and the Griffith, whether you enjoy them, and if you want to make any changes and suggest something that would make them better for me, then go for it. These videos are all about getting the best from cars and just saving you the hassle of having to do it all yourself, but by all means improve them, because there aren't actually that many places where you can talk about tunes. One of the comments on another video was, where are forums for this? And you get the odd tune on Reddit, you get the odd tune on YouTube, and sometimes the Horizon forums, I should say. But I'm trying to build up a bit of a depository of car tunes for you guys to talk about, to use, and enjoy. So without further ado, here's the Goliath lap. Thank you ever so much for watching. I hope you have a glorious weekend, whatever it is that's coming up at the time of watching this video. I'm going to be giving you Dirt Rally 2.0 videos very, very soon. I'm just waiting for the embargo, which is the 18th, and then you guys should be able to buy the game on the 26th. So expect 2 or 3 videos from that, and then the much awaited tuning video will start to filter into my YouTube video space. I'm going to break it up into parts, as I said in another video, because of the size of the file and because it just means I can spend quite a lot of time on each section, and hopefully you don't lose the will to live. What I will say is with this game is that it can seem quite complicated to tune, but actually in reality the cars are fairly restricted, so you can spend hours sort of finding out whether an extra 0.2 psi makes a big difference, but your driving will have more of an impact than anything. If you can create a car that you enjoy using and one that makes sense to you and feels intuitive and doesn't do anything weird and doesn't sort of top out at a weird top speed or anything like that, then chances are you can make it work very, very well. And now I'm gonna stop talking. So thank you, goodbye, take care, bye.